are going to be learning about hand washing today. I am going to be the student in this video. My mom is going to be the teacher, and please watch this video. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Miss Bynum, and we are going to be learning about hand washing today. Okay? So, aseptic hand washing. First thing, warm up. We are going to do something a little different today. Normally we write our warm-ups and have a big discussion. We're going to do a verbal assessment, and we're on a time crunch, so we're going to kind of hurry it up. Okay? All right. Define aseptic. Who knows what aseptic means? Bruce.
Without infection.
Without infection. Good job. How does he know that? Because remember back to medical terminology, A means without, septic, infection. So without infection. How many germs do you think can live on the hand at one time? Bruce.
Well, in one tiny square on your hand, there can live 1,500.
Oh, somebody did their homework. Yes, on one little square inch on your hand, 1,500 germs can live. Okay, that's a lot. How many steps do you think is in proper hand washing?
17.
17, yes, you remember from yesterday. Yes, there are 17 steps in proper hand washing. We are going to review them again, and then we will head over to the lab because I know you're anxious to get to the lab. Okay? Step 1, first thing, before you do anything, you want to remove your watch or bracelets. Either take them off and don't, actually you're probably going to take them off and not wear them in the clinical setting, but if you do have your watch on, you need to push it up at least 3 to 4 inches above your wrist before you do your hand washing. Yesterday we measured everybody's forearms, you know, we're pretty safe if you do mid-forearm, okay? The only kind of ring you can have on would be a smooth wedding band. Step 2, you're going to stand away from the sink so that your clothes do not touch the sink. So you're going to kind of be hunched over, and like I said 100 times, if you're uncomfortable and it feels unnatural, you're probably doing it right, okay? Turn on the faucet and adjust the water to warm, comfortable temperature. You don't want hot, you don't want cold, you want it warm, and we will adjust the water when we get in there. Step 4, you're going to wet hands thoroughly, including 3 to 4 inches above your wrist. If you go to the mid-forearm or above, you're usually pretty safe. You're going to bend over like a zombie, remember, or like a robot, like this. You're going to start, get your hands wet, get your hands wet, and I'll show you again when we go to the lab. Step 5, hold hands with lower wrists, with wrists lower than elbows, and wash hands like so. So if you were standing over the sink, here's the sink, you're not touching, you're standing here, you're like a zombie, you probably wash your hands right, or like a robot, okay? The stuff don't touch, okay? That's how you should be. Step 6, apply generous amount of soap to the hands. You gotta have the leather in the friction or you're not gonna kill the germs. If a bar soap is used, which it will be, we're gonna rinse it before we start scrubbing, and we're gonna rinse it before we put it back in the dish. Okay, I'll show you when we get over there. Step 8, rub palms together to work up a good lather for at least 15 seconds. Now yesterday, I told y'all to come up with a song that was 15 seconds long, and Cruz came up with a great song. What is your song for 15 seconds? Sing your ABCs like we will over in the lab, and we'll time it. It's around 18 seconds. Okay, so that's perfect. That will work perfect for you. Okay, step 9. This is the warning step. You have to use friction and a rotating motion, okay? And steps 10 through 13 should last at least 20 seconds. And we came up with another song over there, and we'll sing it, okay? Okay, step 10. So palms and back of the hands. You start washing, palms, back of the hands, back of the hands, back of the hands, palms, and we're singing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Then you're going to move on to the fingers. You're going to wash the fingers, wash the thumbs, wash in between, and I will show you all this in the lab. So palms, back of hands, fingers, P, F. Arms and lower wrist. So P, F, A. It's going to end up being P fan, like I told you yesterday. But you got palms, back of the hands, fingers, up your arms, at least halfway to the forearm, okay? And we'll scrub it up done. And last but not least, the nails. P fan. The N is for nails. So you're going to do your nails, you're going to scrub them. If you got the little orange stick, you're going to go underneath them, all that good stuff. Then step 14. Now this whole time, you've been washing like this, like the zombie, remember? Step 14, you're going to do like a robot. Put your hand under the water, let it rinse, and then you're going to let it rinse again, which I'll show you in the lab. And it is important to keep your hands separated. They don't touch when you're rinsing. Okay, then you're going to take your clean, dry towel, start with the fingers, work up, discard. Do the other arm, discard. If it takes you 10 towels to do it right, use 10 towels to do it right. Okay? I'll show you in the lab. Step 16, you do it on the other, just like I showed you. And then step 17, this is a critical step. If you do not do this step, you could do everything perfect but get to this step and then it would fail you. So this is super, super important. You get a new, fresh, clean towel to turn off the water and discard. Okay? And the whole time, remember, we're not letting the sink touch and we're keeping our arms like zombies. Okay? Alright. Verbal assessment for our exit slip. 3 things. Recall 3 things from today's lesson. So number 1, let's think it. How many steps are there in hand washing?
17.
17, yes. What does aseptic mean?
Without infection.
Yes, good job, Cruz. Without infection, and then how many germs live in one little square inch on your hands?
1,500.
1,500. Excellent job. All right, let's head to the lab. Good job.